Now, look, if you're a landowner in Victoria, Bronwyn, you are essentially an enemy of the state because what they've done to land tax down there is ridiculous. But this is effectively just another land tax by stealth. We'll just get some more money out of you. And funnily enough, the money they're going to pull in from this is very similar to the surplus today they said they would post.
Funny about that, isn't it? But this is what socialists do. We often hear the expression that they tax and spend. They spend and tax because they hand out the money. What they want to do is make people dependent on the government. And if they rip it off a particular group of people, they don't care about that. They simply want more and more people to be dependent on them so they can keep their nice little spot of power. So I don't think that's going to work this time.
Well, it kind of reminds...
And at least we've got an opposition now that says...
I was going to say,
Robert,
that elections have consequences. And this has been the consequence of consistently electing a Labor government in Victoria, has been this astronomical growth in state debt that they're now trying to get on top of.
Well, nearly 200
But it's also the
billion
reason why strong oppositions are important. And hopefully with Brad Batten and some of the other more fringe issues they were concerned with more recently are behind them, and the Liberal Party in Victoria can get its act together to actually put up an opposition, because elections have consequences. And when you elect people who have no economic understanding and they just keep spending and keep spending and keep spending, they are going to come for it at some stage. And this is what they're seeing in Victoria, and we could see nationally sooner than we all think.
You'd like to think so. And of course, you know, as I said when she became the Premier of Victoria, Jacinta Allen ain't no Daniel Andrews, and it's very difficult to hold together what Andrews put together if you're not Andrews himself. Now, Labor's super tax is so unpopular, even Teal independent Monique Ryan has criticised what she called the poorly considered and harmful and unfair policy. She said the government's plan to increase tax on high balances shouldn't include taxation of unrealised gains, which is common sense stuff, and it must be indexed if it does happen. I know Kate Chaney in WA has come out against it too. Now, of course, Bronwyn, the Teals might realise that they have people in their seats who may well fall into this category, so they know what side their bread is buttered on, but what they say is correct. I mean, the idea, the concept of taxing unrealised capital gains
came straight from Biden.
It is insane.
Worse, Kamala.
It is insane, because once you say you can tax someone on a profit that they haven't cashed in their super, where does it go next?
Well, it's called theft, actually.
All taxation is theft, bro.
Well, no. Some taxation is quite legitimate, but this is theft. And the Labor Party regards that $4 trillion of superannuation money as their money, not the foregone wages of the people who've earned it. It belongs to individuals. It's not a corporate ownership or a collective ownership. It's an individual ownership. But they don't acknowledge that. And this principle, if they get it up, watch it spread. That's the really evil nature of it. But if you... Interestingly enough, in the campaigning that I did during the campaign, that's what I talked about, the evilness of this tax. And the people that would really hit are the millennials.
Yeah, 100%.
Because by the time they get up here...
Well, that's the AMP model, 22-year-old today, on an average wage for the rest of their life. And 64, they'll have $3 million. This
snake charmer, the Treasurer, has the audacity to say, oh, well, in the years ahead, some government might choose to index it. What an absolute hypocrisy.
And it's ridiculous. You could just index it yourself. We've only got 20 seconds, Holly. But this is something that
millennials who voted because they're going to get a small reduction on their HECS debt are going to pay that and more into the future, whether it's their superannuation, capital gains on their parents' family home. The banker mum and dad just got a whole lot poorer if these guys get their way.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be not our generation. Well, actually, you are still a child, Caleb.
Oh, boy. just over. God,
you make us.
Caroline Marcus.
Very young,
Caroline Marcus,
but you are going to be paying this in the future.
I know, and the coalition should be. Well, it's not the coalition anymore. The Liberal Party should be going hard on this as youth policy. Anyway, I'm sorry, we've run out of time. Bronwyn, Holly, thank you so much for joining me.